And yes, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day I've been waiting for. I'd like to introduce you to, this is one of my ladies of Vanny Lash, Courtney Orban. So I decided to bring her on board, and we're gonna start this day off with doing a little tour. I would like to introduce one of We Are Robots, Roberto.
Curtis would love to be here right now, but unfortunately he's having some flight conflicts, but he'll be here later on. So.
And the one and only, DJ TKO.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, you guys, for coming. I've really been looking forward to this. It's been quite the journey for myself in the last 4 months. So, Roberto, can you just let some of our viewers and listeners know, how did you start your journey? When did you start DJ?
Oh, I've been DJing for probably about 13, 14 years. Actually, I'm reluctant. My cousin's he's a tech house DJ in Toronto, and he traveled the world. Actually, the first song deadmau5 ever made, High Friend. My cousin's the guy rapping in it. So that song was actually done at my house. It was pretty cool. It was a really cool experience. So I've been around it, downtown Toronto. I used to do a lot of promotions for him, and, I always had a love for it. And for the first while, I was a little scared. I'm like, what does this do? And then just started kind of getting involved, and it started from there, basically. Yeah, I was a cliche bedroom DJ.
You're underground almost, yeah. Because I know in Toronto, I lived out there for a long time, a lot of underground clubs where, it's full range for some DJs to spin and collaborate with each other.
Yeah, and it was like literally just, I was a bedroom DJ, and it started from there, and just continued to love the music, and started to realize, hey, I'm actually okay at this, and then just kind of went from there. So, yeah.
deadmau5?
Yeah. Oh, Joel? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was actually the funny story about Joel. He was such a quiet person. I remember him being at my house, and I just walked in, and I looked at him, and I said hello to him, and he says hello back, and I go into my kitchen, and I look at my cousin, I'm like, who's the Dungeons and Dragons? and then he's like, yeah, that guy's gonna be like the next Tiesto, and I'm like, okay. And then they made, like you said, they made the High Friend that week, and I was just blown away. I was just like, okay, this guy's for
legit.
Real.
Yeah,
for sure. What I mean? And then didn't realize how mega talented he actually was. And at first you think about that, and you're just like, it's an average dude, but it was amazing to be a part and actually see that happen. So,
did you did you start with different eras of music? Like, what did you start as? Like your
What made you go into techno and into the...
Yeah, exactly.
I've always been like, again, being in Toronto, a huge techno tech house crowd, right? So that's kind of what I grew up on. For me, I've always liked hip hop, so I kind of like trying to find that influence and kind of bridge that gap where in the medium side of things, right? Not like, because techno can be really, really boring. Or it can be really, really good, right? Depending on how you play it, and more vocal related kind of techno, tech house is kind of where, I kind of enjoy. So that's where it came into play, and just, love of music, just play what I love, right?
Exactly.
Kind of go from there, and now trying to make what I love. It's more, that's not necessarily trying to be like anyone else. It's just, if me and Curtis or Notorious, if we feel something and it's just like, oh, that sounds nice, okay, let's kind of roll with it.
Would you say each song kind of influences you in a different way?
Absolutely. I mean, it's funny how even we've come to create songs. There's times he would be making a song, and I'd be sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I'd perk up, and I'm like, oh.
Here's an idea.
And I would come up with a vocal. So we made this song called it's called Pickup Artist. I think hopefully we're gonna play it actually tonight. We haven't played it out yet. And it's literally he made this a weird like synthy sound, and I'm like, oh, this sounds like I'm having a conversation with you. We're trying to pick up girls at a bar, and that's literally how it came apart. So it's called a Pickup Artist, and it's just a really cool chungy song, right? And
it's a story,
it's a story to it. I mean, whereas we'll have things like, he's very big on being melodic. He's got a very soulful melodic sound to him, and he'll come up with these really cool melodies, and then we're like, oh, we need a girl to sing this, or so on and so forth. So it works out really well.
One of my favorite songs of your guys is "Light It Up." I freaking love that song so much. The progression in it, and just I absolutely adore your guys' music. I have, we touched base about 3 years ago, and you were sending me some stuff. I'm like, these guys are phenomenal. Like, I want to know this dude. not because any other reason, but I love his music.
It's been a cool, like I said, it's been a super, super cool journey. being guys like you go from like almost being like mediocre in production to like, okay, like this actually sounds nice, you know what I mean? So we both worked really hard. Kind of the name We Are Robots came from the fact that like we both work 9 to 5, and we come home and
spin and
no,
make
we
music?
like literally make music usually from 5 till like 2 in the morning, and then go back to work. So
Yeah.
I was just like you know, that's where the name came up. I'm like, hey, we're kind of like robots, right? Like
Literally
constantly moving.
robots.
Like I don't like this is kind of the only thing that keeps me from like falling asleep. So.
And honestly, anytime I've ever tried to contact Roberto, either he's at his job, he works, or he's playing somewhere, or he has an event. Can you tell all of us, where has your journeys led you to? Who have you played with? And we're coming to you in 2 seconds, so be prepared.
I mean, hey,
You'll be on the hot spot.
you know, I give props to this. You know, there's a lot of Module Creative Agency, Blueprint, Alberta. They've opened a bunch of doors. I played for, you know, Dom Dalla. I played for. Oh my God.
So many.
Yeah.
You gave us
Chasing
a list.
Summers after parties. I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
July
I played
1st,
for a lot of
too.
different artists.
July 1st, you guys really, was it last July 1st, Canada Day? You had that massive party on the boat?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I do full house events in Vancouver. This year, actually, last year was like the first year that they didn't have it, but we would do this massive like yacht boat party in Vancouver, and it was phenomenal. Like
It looked fun.
2 different boats, day and night, 500 to. But 500 to 700 people on it, and then they do events after that. So super cool. You know, Vancouver's always been super loving.
Yeah, they love their music out there too.
Music culture
Yeah.
there's
You got a good scene.
yeah, the
Yeah,
music culture there's
absolutely they do.
phenomenal. Shout out to Shepherd Records. Like we actually have an EP coming out with them in I think it's going to be 2-3 weeks. We're just finalizing all the songs. We have some amazing releases, some remixes. We have a song called "Pop the Pills." It's just it's a song that me and Curtis. It's probably it's the first song we actually made together, and he's singing. I wrote the lyrics. Phenomenal voice, and the remixes coming out are going to be. Oh man, I'm pretty
looking forward
stoked
to
for
it.
it. It's going to be really
Awesome.
good. So,
I
but
didn't
yeah,
know he sang, and he sounds pretty good on that one.
yeah. So actually, you heard Tyler listen to a couple of tracks, some of the remixes here on the way up here. But I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, big Shepherd Records out of Vancouver. They've been Shep's been
He's amazing.
huge
I met him
advocate.
at that one
Yeah.
event you were at Habitat
Yeah.
Sound Living, which you guys do play a lot at.
Yeah, so I have a monthly, bi-monthly event at Habitat. So it's all I wanted. Like I don't necessarily want to do every week. Too much. But
say that now.
You say that,
Well,
twisting your
well,
arm.
I mean, I think for just club events, the emphasis of the night we do at Habitat is it's for artists. So everyone that I usually have come play that night makes music.
Okay.
So it's not just like a hey you DJ. Like I want you to come showcase your art. You know, be authentic. So it's been great. I mean, Thursday nights have been, you know, it's a tough night to do, and we've done, you know,
you have
very,
your
very
crowd,
well.
you have your followers
Yeah.
that you guys have, like
Yeah.
support system.
Yeah. So we've switched it. Coming May 24th, actually, me and Tyler are doing the grand opening. We're
Yeah, please talk
doing,
about that.
yeah. So we're opening up for an artist called Matt Joe. They're super housey, groovy.
Yeah.
From the UK.
Yeah, from the UK.
I've heard of them before.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome producers. So yeah, that's our first night. So we changed from a Thursday to a Friday. So it's my first night. The night's called Evolution. So it's the first night that we're doing a Friday. So it's going to be huge. Like,
Yeah, they are, for the listeners and the viewers that don't know, they're based out of Calgary. They're from Calgary, so, and
Sorry,
you're
I'm
from
out of
Calgary?
Calgary's well.
Yeah, yeah.
People are like, where's Habitat? I want to go right now. Well, it is in Calgary, Alberta,
Yeah.
but definitely go.
Real close.
Real
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, obviously, like I said, I got Tyler. This guy's phenomenal. I mean, when you guys get to hear him today, he can bang. That's the best way I can explain it.
So
very,
we're gonna-
very creative and sound. So
I'm excited, and you know, you have your presence is just very adoring. Like, you're very open and you're friendly and you're passionate, and you can tell that when you're talking, and you're just an all-around good soul. You're so much fun too. And Curtis, he was just such a gem. But I really love Shep. I met him, and he's such a great guy. He's such a great guy.
Shep's dope. He's super cool. Like, I mean,
he is totally.
He's been he's been such a supporter of me since like I said, I did the boat cruises with him, and that's where I first got to meet him. And he's always so supportive and so like he's like one of those people, like, he's got a record, but he wants to see people succeed. Like, he wants to help you do better. And like, we need, especially in the music community, we need more and more people like that are willing to, like, don't just think about yourself. Like, hey, just because I'm doing something can't mean you have other people around you that you can help evolve too, right? So, and Sheps is huge for that. And like, again, I'm so excited to be able to be on his record label and have this release coming out. I mean, some of the tunes, they're big tunes. We're pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. So
that's congratulations on that.
Yeah.
So tell us your journey. I'm really interested because I only knew a little bit. I only knew a little brief, intro and bio from Roberto, but
I didn't even send one. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, now's your opportunity.
Your time,
when did you start DJing? How did you get into it?
Well, I guess I was always a guitar player. So
Okay.
when I was like really young, I'd be watching my dad, and he kind of taught me. And then I was like 13 or 14, but I had these like Italian friends, and that's what they're listening to.
Okay,
Like house and techno, and they were. It wasn't him. But so they gave me like a Tiesto DVD, and I remember watching that. It was like 70,000 people in Amsterdam, and it just looked so ridiculous to me. And I was like, this guy's playing on a stage, like I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it was guitar or what, but I ended up taking lessons from this guy John Delirious in Calgary. And he's like a super well-known DJ, and
John Delirious is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like,
so I was just like this.
He's like old school, hey?
Yeah.
I was like this little kid, and I came with my trance CDs. And he taught me like through these lessons at Axe Music, and so I guess that's how I started, like where I first touched CDJs. And then my dad hooked me up. He like got me some cheap Denons, and I did that throughout high school. And then I wasn't like doing it anywhere. Like I was just kind of at home or messing around, figuring out what I liked, I guess. And then as soon as I was 18 or 19, I go to the club, and it's like, I gotta do this. Or like, I know how. So I went to the club promoter, and he's like, can you sell some tickets? So I sold 200, which was like a lot.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's a lot for. I was just here, I guess.
Captain Hustle.
I met just everyone I know. Like,
Right?
So
You're like, come buy these tickets.
Yeah, so I did such a good job, and he was like, okay, you get the room 2. And then I filled the room 2, and then I did that like 2 or 3 more times. And then I actually had another offer from a different group, and they're like, can you come do our nights? So I told that to the guy that I was working with at the time, and then he just moved me up instantly. He was like, okay, we need you. Like, you can't go with anyone else. So for like 2 or 3 years, I was kind of bouncing back and forth between Calgary and Edmonton. And then I guess the last 4 or 5 years, I've been a resident with Live Nation, and with Blueprint and Habitat and Hi-Fi, and like I'm kind of like freelance, but at the same time, I'm a part of everyone's team almost. So
is there a whole bunch? Like, is there like a group of you guys?
Yeah, we actually have a really cool
There's so
group.
many groups.
Is there? Okay.
There's
I don't want you to count how many then, if I know there's multiple groups.
You know what's cool is, we intertwine. We have different intertwining groups. Like, so we have a group that plays with Habitat, and then we've got our house party guys. So we throw a sweet party at Hi-Fi. It's called the House Party, and it's just like it's just a bunch of our friends just getting together and basically throwing down. It's always so much fun. I mean, we've had times where we just have pizza in the crowd, like just kind of create the event, right? So,
awesome.
But anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, no worries. So yeah, basically, I just kind of found my way through doing these shows, doing a good job, meeting people, and them having me to come back. So now I'm kind of like, I don't even know where I belong really. I'm just like.
But you're your own individual. You have your own identity.
Yeah,
I think especially in the music.
And like I didn't even really have like a lot of music friends for a long time. Like it was just kind of like me at home doing my own thing. And then kind of like people, I guess, they also like house music, and people started producing house music more, and that's how I actually ended up meeting Teets and
That's awesome.
Curtis and a lot of the other guys too. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
What is your favorite music to play? Like
To
'cause
play?
Not to play. What do you like your type of music? Your tracks. What would you consider it? Is it like house? Is it drum bass? Is it?
See, it's tough because I don't necessarily like can signify one genre
Yeah,
for what we make.
'cause you mix.
We literally just, it's again make what we feel, but
Yeah.
it's super groovy.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Like I said,
Yeah, feel good
I
music,
kind of, you know, myself, in my head, I'm like, I want to be a little bit more gangster. But
They love that around here.
yeah, G housey, like groove
Yeah.
housey, tech housey. But then again, we play a little bit like, we have some tropical house songs that are just
Cool.
super, like, get the feels right out of you, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
just feel good music, stuff that's gonna get you moving. Not overly heavy, like headbanger stuff, but just like vibes. That's
Yeah.
the best way to put it, I guess. Yeah.
I like headbanger vibes.
Yeah, headbanger.
Banger
Some,
vibes.
some,
little
some
bit of
days
everything.
some days I'll be like opening for Kill the Noise,
Mm-hmm.
and one day I'm opening for Above and Beyond. So I
my
think I'm
gosh.
very versatile.
Yeah.
I try to do as much as I can.
Yeah.
With those big parties, like the 2-3 day parties, do you guys play at any of those? Or you kind of just do your own flow kind of thing?
Are you you mean for like festivals?
Yeah.
Obviously, that I definitely play different festivals. The emphasis is to play more.
Yes.
Obviously, again, with the We Are Robots aspect, me and Curtis have only necessarily been
It's been, what,
producing
2
together
years?
about a year and a half, 2 years. So now we're, I think, more and more starting to get noticed. Whereas
Yeah.
before, like I've been in the Calgary scene for X amount of years. I've been in Toronto X amount of years, right? So most people knew me as an individual.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that whole
A team.
team concept. So I'm fully confident in the next year we'll be playing more and more out in festivals and stuff like that. It's just, again, right now, and I'm happy with it. It's about defining, our sound and creating music. That's really where it is right now. Ammunition for the guns, you know what I mean? So
I honestly love your music, Roberto.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear you play tonight. Go ahead.
this guy's production though. And he hasn't talked about his production. Don't let him sleep on it.
No, definitely not.
He produces good stuff.
Would you like to talk about that? Some of your production stuff?
I-
Yeah, I would
guess
love
you'd
to hear
have-
some of
You'd
that.
have to hear the actual songs. I
Yes.
guess.
Okay.
I don't know what to say about them. They're not out
So,
yet, but-
so I love the fact you guys come together, do what you're enjoying, and make art and make something beautiful out of it. Not only like friendships and networking, but the music and how that affects people. Because when I listen to We Are Robots, I'm like, shit, this is my jam first thing in the morning, just to let you know. And when I came up, if I can just touch base on the You're Not Alone event quickly, Roberto, we lost touch for a little bit, and then we talked again, and he kind of knew a little bit of a journey, my life journey, that I went on, and he's always been a great, positive person in regards to how he talks to me and as my friend and things like that, and it still felt the same after we disconnected and reconnected. And in my head, with the You're Not Alone and all these great transitions in my life, and the You're Not Alone, for victims and things like this, people aren't alone, and to bring that word out, and then the music coming together, it's amazing. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna call Roberto because this is what we're gonna do. And I'm like, okay, and then
Roberto
it
called
started.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who
Yeah.
can make this even
And I was like, no, let's make this into a fundraiser, but a fun event. Let's bring something Lethbridge hasn't seen. Like Jesse here, he, when he owned Fire and Ice, he brought in like Snoop Dogg. He brought in a lot.
Snoop Dogg, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, he brought in a whole bunch of things. So it's nice. And now with LEMF, and I just want to give a shout out to those boys because they brought that lifestyle into Lethbridge and built this amazing festival. And I was like, you know what? Lethbridge loves their EDM. They love it.
I've heard it's really good.
They love it here.
You know, and it's awesome to see that there's, you know, in any towns, these, you know, uprising of music culture and any type of genre too. It doesn't necessarily. Yeah. I know, like, I didn't realize how powerful the Lethbridge community and house music is. It's pretty awesome.
Huge.
You know what I mean?
Love
yeah.
It's super cool to see that. And I mean, like, just in any culture, like, I mean, Calgary's got a music culture rising in hip hop, in house music, and, you know, and Edmonton's profound in, like, they're like, so it's good to just see, like, it's not just the mega cities like Toronto.
Yeah, and Lethbridge, our first, like, the first time I went to an underground DJ, I was 17 years old in Lethbridge. It was on the north side in a townhouse, and he spinned, and him and his friends spinned. And I remember that was the first time I experienced an underground spin session and stuff. And then I moved to Toronto and watched the hell out. I was all over that place, like a fat kid on a Smartie. I'm really excited you guys are here, and everybody is flipping noise. Mm-hmm. People are pulling your guys' information, kept asking me. They're excited because, we do have amazing festivals, and we do have amazing venues. But if it wasn't for LEMF, bringing... And I was like, you know what? Let's bring the noise. And I'm like, Roberto, would you be honored to come and play at my fundraiser and event
we're
for
super
me?
excited. Like, it's
awesome.
I think it's a good time.
Yeah, nothing. Myself, Curtis, and Tyler enjoy more than playing music for people. I mean, literally, like, if I can think of anything that just like legit just makes me happy, it's that. You know what I mean? It's just it's hanging with people I enjoy to hang out with, and getting people to dance.
And when I watched your show at Habitat, you guys are so into your music, and the crowd gets pumped because they're waiting and they could tell, and he'll be like, and boom, and then people just start.
I probably dance more than people on the dance floor usually when I'm playing.
Get the
right?
absolutely,
moving, right? So it's again, like, if you're not feeling it, how's anyone else supposed to feel it, right? I mean, we're all pretty like. We all get involved, that's for sure. I mean, Curtis is pretty funny, actually. When I wish he was here, but like,
hey,
when
Curtis,
when Curtis gets in the zone, it's quite enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to do a little recap, please, ladies and gentlemen. There's nowhere else you need to be on a Saturday night than at Hudson's tonight at 8 p.m. I'm telling you, phone all your friends. There is last-minute ticket sales, Drunken Sailor, Catwalk, Bridge Bud Supply, Bridge City Barbers. They do have tickets. Get your tickets. If not, it will be at the front door of the VIP. So come in, see my ladies of Vanity Lash, see Brittany, and see Maddie. They're going to be at the front. Buy those tickets. All the proceeds go to the Amethyst Project. So Amethyst Project is from the YWCA. It supports victims of sexual violence, and it helps them get rape kits, so they have that third option for some hope and some justice. And everybody knows I talk all so much about it because I'm the advocate, and I will be an advocate for the Amethyst Project for the rest of my life, and I will be that voice for victims. And we're all coming together and celebrating, and we're getting dressed up. $20 a ticket, you get a free drink, access to the poutine bar. I can't wait to reveal what I've been working on for the last 4 months. I think we're going to sign off. Any last moments? How can people follow you and your information?
Oh, we are robots on SoundCloud. We are robots on iTunes, Spotify.
So much. Insta, you have Instagram pages.
So we are robots. Instagram, Facebook page. We are robots. It's TQ.
Instagram is Tycrom, SoundCloud is TKO-sound.
Okay, I was trying to find you, that's why. Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Awesome.
And then, I guess coming up, we got a show at Habitat.
Perfect.
I got one at Hi-Fi. I got one at the Marriott rooftop.
Oh, yeah.
The rooftop? What?
That's going to be a cool show.
It reminds me of the government up top in the summertime.
Super excited.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry. No, I'm shutting up.
We're all excited. This is what happens when we get music in the business here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's one other one. It's Tritonal at the Palace. I'm one of the supporting artists, and that's all I can think about right now.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely check them out. Follow their journey. Go by when they're at Habitat Sound Living Hi-Fi. Say hi to these guys. Come support their music. Come, support their friends and be around such an amazing vibe. Like I said, 8 p.m. at Hudson's tonight is the only place to be. We Are Robots, DJ TKO, Ladies of Vanity Lash, Cat Panic. Watch out. Everybody who is going to be arriving at the red carpet. That's what I said. Red carpet right in the area. Photo shoot by Kimberly A. Photography. I have Jocelyn Marie as our on-site. Everything's going to be live streamed, ladies and gentlemen. I am making history. We're making history. This is not going to be the only You Are Not Alone event. Next year and the year after and the year after. Come together. Please donate. Please come support everybody, and let's get everybody educated to fight against sexual violence. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. 8 p.m. Hudson's. See you there. Perfect, guys.
Thank you.